What's up? No fancy introductions on this one, because this turd of a model is done, and it is out of my hair today, because it's going to get wrapped up, it's going to get boxed up, it's going to get taped up, it's going to get addressed, and it's going to be Tennessee bound, never to be seen again. I did not want to mail this car to Terry, but Terry insisted. Okay? This car, some of it was me, but I feel because both Terry and I both had issues putting this car together. Some of it was the same. He had issues I didn't have. I had issues he didn't have. But it could have been mostly me, but we both had issues. I think this particular car has been re-released so many times. She's tired, okay? But I didn't want to torture you guys with putting this thing together. So part one, you guys got to watch that. Part two, in the trash. All right. I posted a short on the finished product. I should have wiped it down because I noticed as I was rewatching it that there's little specks of bare metal foil that I removed, because do not, I mean, I guess you can, I guess it works, but we bare metal foiled these cars before we cleared them, and the clear coat was flaking right off of the bare metal foil. The bare metal foil was not sticking. All of the handling that I had to do to get these wheels and tires to fit, which when I bring you in here I'll show you, all the bare metal foil was coming off around the wheel wells, so I just took it off. So let me get you in here. We'll show you a closer look at the turd. That's what it's called, the turd. 69 Camaro SS 396 turd. Alright, so when we left off on part one of the final assembly, look at this. That part was me, not the kit. And I might as well just show you that part right now, okay? I could not get, once I got this body on with the firewall, all four wheels and tires were rubbing the fender wells. So what I had to do first off was take the body back off of the chassis, and when I did that, the firewall fell out. And might I mention, when the first time I put it on, this side was really tight. Sorry, this side was really tight. This side right here, there was a big gap, so the chassis was twisted in there. I couldn't get it to twist back into place with it on, so when I took it off, the firewall fell out, which made me realize that my firewall was in the wrong place. Okay, there's a locating tab on either side of the fenders. And one would think, because the instructions aren't very clear, that the firewall would go in front of those tabs, when in fact it needs to go behind the tabs. Because once it's put together, you don't see those tabs. The way the firewall meets with the fender wells, the firewall goes behind the tabs. And once that happened, then the frame did fall right into place. Luckily, I had to cut, remember, I had to cut the rear part of the floor pan and suspension in order to get it to clear the rear valance that I had pre-glued into place, so I could paint it. So I got my license plate on there. I got my reverse light decals on there. The under the hood decals. The thing I liked about this kit was the decal sheet, because I've said in I don't know how many videos, I wish model manufacturers would put more under the hood decals. It just makes a difference. So this one had the decal for the belt. I didn't realize it had a decal for the hose. And then, of course, your little caution things. There was another one that was supposed to go there that got destroyed when I tried to put it on. So getting back to the wheels, because honestly, that's the worst part of this kit. And I will never do another kit that I'm not using the original wheels and tires until I get better experience at it, because I think that this chassis was set up for those skinny wheels that I decided not to use, tires, I mean, because between the tires and the wheels and the wheelbacks that I chose, they were way too wide. So basically I had to file down, grind down, sand down the backs to get them almost like pancakes on the rims, just to get them to clear, which I finally did. And honestly, you can't see it and you can't tell, but on the fronts, in order to get them to fit, I took the wheel backs off completely and painted the inside of the front rim and the inside of the inside of the tire, not the sidewall but the inside. So it all blends and you can't even tell. So that was the way I got those to clear to where that it looks like it would be able to turn if it was a real car. Otherwise, with the wheel backs on there, it cleared the fenders, but you weren't turning them wheels. So in the process of messing with all of that, all the bare metal foil was looking like garbage, so I went ahead and took it off. I was going to go ahead and do it with a chrome pen or the gel pen, but I decided no, I'm just going to leave it off, okay? Where I messed up is, probably you might not be able to see it, maybe you can, but this cross member right here, you can see is higher than this side. The way that it goes on over the chassis, the chassis has just like this little stud bump, and that's supposed to slide over it. Well, on this side, it's on top of it, so it's causing that tire. I'll show you over here. I'll lower this down. I'm not ashamed. It's launching, okay? It's leaving the line, okay? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Because if I could have glued this tire down to where that all four were level, but then it would look silly because the front end with the tires, see, either the front end's going to be up or the back end's going to be up. Now, maybe the back end isn't as obvious as the front, but if you model it this way in your display case, it looks like it's launching, okay? If you model it this way, which to me, this is the better side anyway, those two tires sit flat and it looks fine. So it is what it is. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it again. I don't build these cars to be show quality models. I build them just for me. You know, if they look good on my shelf, I'm happy with it. But the fact that this was a buddy build and it's actually being sent to Terry, I was so disappointed with myself, because this honestly is the worst job I have ever done on a model kit. I messed up the windshield, remember. The bare metal foil around the bottom of the windshield was looking like garbage. Let me take this out of the cradle so maybe you can see it better. I messed up the windshield. The bare metal foil around the bottom of the windshield was coming apart and looking like garbage, so I delicately removed it along with the gooey clear coat that had built up, I hope that windshield is just dust. Hoping that I didn't break that windshield loose and it fall in, which luckily it didn't. But it is what it is. I like the front end. I did not put the valance on yet. I kind of like it without the valance. I think Terry's doing the same thing. He's going to mail me the Valance if I want to put it on. Well, I'm going to keep mine. He's going to keep his. Same thing with the mirror. I didn't want the mirror to fall off in transit. So he's keeping his mirror. I'm keeping my mirror. And we'll put them on when we get our cars. The back end, I think, turned out pretty good. I could have done better. But love the paint. Can't wait to start painting more cars. So anyway, this is the turd that took me forever, and hopefully I'm out of that weird thing I was in. I mean, my blood pressure's still high, but I don't want to put off getting these cars built anymore. So this weekend, actually as soon as I upload this video, I am taking a shower, headed to my local hobby shop. I want to pick up some more styrene for the garage that's not built yet, and start on another group build, because I thought that the Street Machine group build, I thought we had a year on it, but it actually ends December 31st. My original plan was to build 2 cars for that. I might just do the one, the Impala, the 67, is it? 67 Impala. We'll see how time goes, because I'm also in 2 other group builds. So, alright guys, I appreciate it. Don't count this one against me, and I appreciate everybody's support, your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Keep them coming. You guys are awesome. Thank you.